Denny Blanco, my man, how you doing?
You know the vibes. We hanging in there doing the work. It's in the game podcast. Randy J. Cruz. I hate Shaun. You know the vibes. We're hanging in there. It's a normal Wednesday.
You can follow Denny Blanco on all social media platforms as Sir Denny Blanco, TikTok, IG, Twitter, all that good stuff. Myself, Randy J. Cruz, RENDY, letter J C RUZ. Find the podcast on SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, also on Amazon Music. And most importantly, go to youtube.com/Cruise Control Podcast. Go ahead, download, rate, comments, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Show some love and support for your boys on the program. We are doing this live on X and YouTube right now. So any questions, comments, feedback you might have throughout the show, let us know. We'll get you on. If you're watching, got my boy Shaun Geddes, aka I Hate Shaun, big time Knicks fan. Now member of New York City, you know what I'm saying? In Florida, now in the Big Apple, Brooklyn in the house. So before we start and get into some NFL and NBA stuff, man, how does it feel to? Do you feel like a New Yorker yet, Shaun, or still some time to go?
So funny thing, I'm actually in Florida as we speak.
Oh, interesting. We are. Interesting.
But I'm gonna be back up there very soon. However, while there, I did feel like assimilated. I felt like a New Yorker. I was like, moving around. I've spent extended periods of time in New York before, so it wasn't new to me. But I definitely feel like a New Yorker, and I think that now that the season is back in swing, like living in New York while the season is happening, I think is going to make me feel like a New Yorker for real. So I'm really excited about that.
Well, all Knicks fans are happy to have you. I know once the October comes and the season begins, you'll be here. I assume you're going to go to more games than ever, right?
Yes, sir. Catch me at the Garden, man. I'm outside.
My man Shaun officially outside. Denny Blanco, take it.
Listen, you got this Manhattan night over here with Randy J. Cruz, and now you're in Brooklyn. I'm a boogie down Bronx guy. I'm in Jersey right now.
Okay.
But I'm a boogie down Bronx guy. So welcome to the fray. It is the fray, the concrete jungle. Yeah, welcome to the fray. Always keep your head on the swivel, baby. Always keep your head on the swivel. You feel me? So, having stated that, do we, Randy, you want to go right into the Knicks? You want to go into NBA? What we want to do?
No, let's take care of NFL. So
those
of you who have been watching every week, we do our predictions. We kind of recap the NFL week from prior, and then go into Denny Blanco's top 5 rankings heading into week 4. So Denny Blanco, let's go with what you saw from week 3. What are you looking for from week 4? Then prediction. Then we go to the rankings.
All right, let me just give you a little breakdown of what I saw from week 3. Let's
do it.
Break it down. Okay, so Bills, Dolphins. Obviously, the Dolphins they're finished.
Hey, Florida guy in the middle. Be careful.
Finished.
Be careful.
I'm a Jets fan, unfortunately.
Man, you're a Jets fan. Which is crazy, but it's all crazy at the end of the day. You're from Florida, but then you're a Jets fan.
I'm from New York. Hold on, let's make that
let's make it clear, bro. Where are you from?
I'm from New York. I was born in New York, so
there you go.
Stuck with me, but I'm also from Broward County, Florida, but my sports teams are all New York loyalty.
Got you.
So understood now. Understood.
I F's with that, babe. You stay loyal to the New York.
Come on,
see, Randy.
Man.
See, he's loyal. I'm not. He's loyal.
We know that.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Don't be disrespectful. All right. So yeah, we got the Vikings, Bengals. Vikings clobbered the Bengals. Well, listen, I don't know what's going on with the Bengals. The Vikings looking kind of, got the best.
You know what's going on with the Bengals? Joe Burrow's done. What you expect? Like,
thank you for clearing that up. Obviously, the Vikings got the best wide. You think the Vikings got the best wide receiver in the NFL? Shaun?
Good question.
I mean, I feel like I see the Geddes or Chase on a week-to-week basis. Depending on who's throwing the ball. And who's throwing Chase the ball? Exactly. So,
Browning. That's the guy now.
Oh my goodness. Good luck with that. Yo, listen, Colts fans. You're welcome. You're welcome. Philly, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're all welcome. New York loves to give away players, and then the players just leave. And then all of a sudden,
somewhere else.
It's just Danny Dimes. It's just doing the work.
Looking good out there.
He's getting protection, and it seems like the passes are crisp. I don't know what's going on, but the Colts beat the Titans 41-20. Texans Jaguars. Jaguars beat the Texans 17-10. What's going on with the Texans, man?
I don't know.
What's going on with the Texans, man? It's just looks like a weird turnaround with that.
Yeah.
Commanders Raiders 41-24. Rams Eagles. You see what the Eagles is doing. You see what the Eagles do with that push tush. Do you like
Bro,
the push tush?
I was like, yo, I was watching it live.
Play.
Bro, I was watching the game live, and I said, yo, I picked the Rams too. Yo, Denny picked the Eagles. I'm about to win this shit. Then I turn around a half hour later. I say, oh shit, tied up. 2 blocks. I'm like, come on, bro. You fucking serious, bro? 2 block field goals? Some lucky ass shit, I swear to God.
Yo, son, I don't know how people bet on the NFL because as the game was progressing, that Eagles LA Rams games, I'm like, yo, Eagles is getting cracked. He's getting beat up. First half, they was getting beat up for real. Then all of a sudden, the second half, they came out and just started punching LA in the face. Just punching him in the face. And then at the end of the game, you saw what happened. Rumble, stumble, fumble. Game over. You feel me?
How do you feel about Jalen Hurts?
I feel that Jalen Hurts is a game manager. I feel at times, I don't know, sometimes that game I watched, I'm like, yo, unleash AJ Brown. Unleash the Slim Reaper. Why? I mean, they got Barkley.
Time out.
Oh, here we go.
What?
We can't just call everybody the Slim Reaper. There's one Slim Reaper.
Oh, I'm sorry, KD. My bad.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Show's about to turn off my lights. All right, my bad. Let me bring it back. My bad. But the original question was Jalen Hurts. I mean, I think he's above average QB. I don't think he turns the ball over, and I think he makes things happen with his feet. What do you think? I mean, am I wrong?
No. So when you call him you said 2 different things just now. You said he's a game manager. Then you said he's an above average quarterback who makes things happen with his feet. I don't think those are the same thing. So I agree with the second statement.
Okay.
I agree that he's an above average quarterback that makes things happen with his feet. A lot of people would be killing him saying that he doesn't actually throw the ball. Philly's offense and that offensive line and Saquon, it's like there's a lot. I think that's a lot of play calling involved. Jalen Hurts is my fantasy quarterback for like 2 straight years, so I'm rocking with him forever. So I just had to hear how you guys thought about him.
That makes sense. Yeah, no, I mean, listen, I haven't seen it in pressure situations. He's always delivered, whether it's with his feet or whether it's passes. I mean, from what I saw that Eagles game, AJ Brown, there was a pass where, I mean, if you remember the play during the game, right to AJ Brown, he literally stepped to the ball, caught it, and the guy was draped all over him. He shed him like a piece of lint. He was like, Get off me, loser. Get off me. Shed him. And they just kept running. I said, what kind of monster connection they have? If they continue this going, obviously, with Saquon, the line, special teams, they'll be all right.
Real quick, to answer your question about best wideouts, I would say Chase, Jefferson. I like St. Brown from the Lions.
Yes.
AJ Brown from the Eagles. One of my new favorites, Marvin Harrison Jr. from the Cardinals.
Nasty.
So, I mean, I'm probably forgetting a whole bunch of other people, but those
got to throw CD in there.
CD Lamb.
See, I was gonna say, but again,
I don't like how you're shaking your head. Like, I guess if we put Marvin Harrison, Jr. in there, we have to have CD
I'll say one of my personal favorites to watch now, a young guy.
For me, those are the six. Those are the six wide receivers that most folks talk about being the guy. Like, that's the guy. So, I mean, I think we're hitting those,
and I got to throw Garrett Wilson in there. I'm sorry.
There you go. Okay. Yeah. I mean, that's 7, 8. I can see that, the argument being made, somebody saying, hey, that's the number 1 receiver. That's my guy. And I can, count on him. Obviously, drops matter.
True.
As a wide receiver, drops matter.
That's why the CD was like, CD. Yeah. Oh, and Neighbors, Giants.
He is cold, bro.
See?
Nasty.
Malik Neighbors is cold.
Nasty.
Yeah.
That Cowboys game was crazy. I was like, nah, he's different.
Yeah.
Well, he's gonna have dart thrown to him from now on, so we'll see how that goes.
Don't even what's going on already.
Don't even get me started. Don't even get me started on the Giants. Okay, so where were we? Okay, Panthers, Falcons, 30. I mean,
that was terrible.
It's two teams. I wouldn't. It's going to take a lot of time for them to develop. Obviously, both quarterbacks. It's going to take some time. Old man Rodgers, 21-14 against the Patriots. Man, listen.
Okay.
I want Rodgers to retire. I really do.
Damn.
I don't want him to win another chip. That's just me. I'm a hater.
Crazy.
Yeah, I'm a hater. Browns, Packers, 13-10.
Upset.
Anemic. Yeah, anemic. I mean, 13-10. I mean, what are we doing? Buccaneers, Jets, 29-27. Huh?
I like the Buccaneers.
Talk to me, Shaun. What happened? You're a Jets fan.
I just want to know.
Here's your time.
Go ahead.
Here's your time.
Offensively, we just shot ourselves in the foot the entire first half. We had the worst second quarter of football I've probably ever seen, which says a lot because I watch Jets football and we play a lot of bad football. We were really bad in the second quarter, and then it was still a close game. It was like 13-6. We were like, maybe we can go score before the half, and then we go pick six. So it was 20-6. And we had a really good second half. We started to move the ball and everything. We got back in the game. We blocked the kick and ran it back to take the lead, which was nuts. But, as Jets fans, we all knew that with a minute and a half on the clock, we were still going to lose that game after that happened. So, and plus with us being the Jets and then Baker Mayfield being Baker Mayfield, he had just walked the Texans down the week before for a touchdown. So I knew only needing a field goal, we were going to lose the game, unfortunately. But I appreciate the fact that they stuck with it because I gave up at halftime.
Like a true Jet fan. You know what? I'm checking out, brother. I'm checking out. So fireman Ed, go out the back door and shit. I'm out.
Grab the paper bag, put it over his head real quick. Was like, it's light, baby.
Nah, man, look. Because with the Jets this year, I expected to not really be that good. Like, you ask any of my friends, I didn't talk any trash about football this year. I've learned my lesson. So what I wanted with the new regime, I just wanted to be competitive. I wanted to be competitive. I wanted to have competitive football. I want football to still matter in December. Like, I don't want it to be like, oh man, I hope my team doesn't win today, so we don't mess up the draft pick.
Yeah.
And no, we're kind of trending toward that, unfortunately, because we're 0-3. However, of that 0-3, 2 of those games are extremely competitive, and we lost on field goals in 2 of those, and one of them was a 60-yard field goal against the Steelers. And in week 3, we didn't have our starting quarterback. Justin Fields went down with a concussion. Week 2 was awful, but week 1 and 3 were both promising, and so now we got the Dolphins week 4 Monday night. We should be able to take care of that. If we don't, then the season's over. And if we do, then the season might still be over, but with some spice on
it. Woo, damn Jets. Damn Jets. All right, well.
It's the New York Jets, baby.
Yeah. You know the vibes. Chargers beat the Broncos 23-20. Hey, Chargers.
That was a tough game.
Justin Herbert is going crazy.
Nah, he nice. He nasty.
Justin Herbert is nasty. So he got receivers. He got a running back, he got a line, and he got a defense. Special teams is very, very solid. Okay. Pay attention to that. The Saints,
terrible.
Yeah, 44-13. Seahawks put the.
Yeah.
I don't know if the Seahawks sound like that.
I feel bad for the Saints, man.
Well, they're going all season. All season. Listen, New Orleans, take your time. Take your gin and tonic out. You're going to need it, New Orleans, for real.
Oh,
all right, Cowboys fans. Damn. I picked the Cowboys.
Oh, yeah?
I think I picked the Cowboys.
And I picked the Bears.
Wow.
I picked the Bears.
Wildin'.
Yeah.
Excuse me for putting my faith in Dak Prescott. Sorry.
Foolish.
Excuse me.
I said Chicago needed a victory.
Did you say they're foolish?
Yes, very foolish to put your faith in Dak Prescott.
Sorry. Put my faith in Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb and those boys. I apologize. I just thought.
Well, he got hurt very early.
Unfortunately for my fantasy team, he did.
That might have had a different outcome if he played, but yeah. Oh, well.
Oh, goodness gracious. 49-16-15. Anemic scores here. 16-15.
Yeah, I picked Arizona that day.
Bosa's out for the season. I mean, we got injuries all over the damn place.
Yeah.
Again, it's out of it's football, man. It's out of control. Chiefs, Giants, 22-9. They said, Russell, you got to go.
on Sunday night too. Like, damn, really?
They said, Russell, we see you on Sunday night, prime time. You got to go. We think Dark going to be, y'all think Dark going to be better? Really? Y'all think Dark will be better?
So personally, y'all be playing Madden and stuff?
Nah,
from time
used
to time. I do from time to time.
So for me, right, whatever video game, I'm all about develop. If you're gonna be bad, you may as well be bad with a young guy. Like, why am I gonna be bad with a 36-year-old? That doesn't make any sense.
No
So if
development.
you're gonna be bad, put the rookie out there. Like,
No
it's
development.
already a long season.
Correct. No development. You put Dart out there, see what he can do. Obviously, either he's going to sink or swim. Either he's going to sink or swim.
Because there's no expectations. No one's saying Giants playoffs or no. If you're gonna, again, you got young neighbors, you got young Dart. If you're gonna develop both at the same time, you are gonna catch some L's. So at least by another year or two, all right, now we can do something that those will be your possible cornerstones of the franchise. Then you kind of build from that. But ain't nobody saying Giants gonna win the Eastern playoffs. So you might as well just take out Russell Wilson now. You still got Jameis on the roster. What do you do with Russell? I don't know. But let the kid play. See what's gonna happen. If you get blown out, like Shaun said, get blown out with the young kids getting involved.
Give the fans something to be excited about. Like right now, the Giants can go out there and they can lose, 24-14 with Russ, and everybody's going to be upset. They can go out there and lose 31-17 with Jackson Dart, and they're going to be like, "Wow, did you see that one throw he had?" Yeah. Like, give him something.
Do you know, Randy, Shaun? Do you know the contract the coach is under? Do you know how many years the coach has?
Gable. What? 2 more years? 1 more year.
This is one. GM. GM.
Well,
they might all be out of there.
Gone.
And that's the problem. You have a new coach every 2-3 years. You're not really having a stable foundation. Like,
well, they coach Babel. I'm saying it wrong. God bless. I'm saying it wrong, and I want to apologize early.
Dable. That's right.
I'm saying it wrong. I know you're saying
not a night bowl, but a day bowl.
That's right, day bowl.
Coach gave up on Daniel Jones a little too early. That could probably cost him his job in long term at the end of the day. If you look back on it, I mean, you can't get. Talk to me.
I think a lot of things are situational, right? And sometimes guys need to change the scenery. So if Daniel Jones was still with the Giants, he would still look like Daniel Jones with the Giants.
That's fair.
Yeah. What Daniel Jones is doing in Indianapolis isn't really a reflection of the Giants necessarily. Even though it's funny that they keep giving players away to become great players elsewhere.
It's on purpose.
Oh, they got better. They got better protection with the Colts than the Giants.
Exactly.
They're protecting the quarterback more.
The numbers are showing, and obviously, yeah.
It's Indianapolis, and the expectations is not high. If you're in New York, the radios and everybody's coming at you, bro. You get one bad play, one bad game. It's you gotta take them out, trade them, whatever. That's a lot of pressure to play for any New York team. Knicks, Giants, Jets, Yankees, Mets. You lose 2 or 3 in a row. Yo, man, what's going on? Yo, new coaching. Like, is this the coach can lose? The coach can be 0-3, and it's like, all right, we are rebuilding it. Don't worry about it. New York is like, nah, get him out of here.
I feel you. Well, guys in New York, the 1 year players, 1 year coach, the guys on the practice squad. Get ready. It's going to be a new regime in the next 1 or 2 years for sure. That's guaranteed. And finally, before we get to the week 4 picks.
That's right.
Lions, Ravens, 38-30. Please, for the love of God, someone get Derrick Henry some new hands. I would like someone to please, because what else you want Lamar Jackson to do, babe? Okay, you want him to dance, you want him to spin, you want him to throw off 1 foot, you want him to get the popcorn and then to get the water, and then you want him to block, and you want him to catch the ball too and run. Come on,
that's a lot. That's too much.
Come on.
That's too much.
Come on, he's put up MVP numbers. MVP numbers, and all we need you to do, Derrick Henry, is hold on to the baby.
Just hold the ball.
Hold on. Hold on to the baby. You see, I'm holding him.
Yep.
He's special to me. Why? What's going on, Derek? We got to go back to the drills. I don't know. Well, let's get to the week 4 picks.
Are you ready?
And then we get to the Knicks, and then we get to the NBA and get to the Knicks,
All right.
Knicks talk.
So,
right.
Shaun, if you want to get involved, you're more than welcome to get involved in week 4 picks. And then after that, we go into Denny's power rankings. Here we go. Tomorrow, Seattle at Arizona.
I got Seattle.
I got Arizona.
I also have Seattle.
Okay. Okay, 9:30 a.m. So it's probably London, Minnesota at Pittsburgh in London. Or
I got
wherever
Minnesota.
the fuck they at. Minnesota?
I got Minnesota.
Shaun might be
Rodgers.
picking Pittsburgh. I see him.
I'm being a hater, so I'm gonna go with Minnesota.
F. Rodgers, baby. Oh God.
All right, I got Minnesota. Commanders at the Falcons.
Washington.
Commanders easily. Whether or not Jaden Daniels is back, I still got the Commanders. That's how bad.
Washington.
Okay. I'll go Washington, even though I think Atlanta will have a bounce back game. San Diego, Chargers and at the Giants.
Giants gonna get charged up. Chargers.
Chargers, and it's gonna be bad. People might get fired.
I got Chargers.
Oh God.
Titans and the Texans.
I go Titans. Texas is they're in
I'm
disarray.
going Texas, man. They got it. They got to get a dub, bro.
They're in
That's one
disarray.
of those games where it's like, damn, somebody has to win.
I go in Texans.
I'm gonna go Titans for Cam Ward.
There you go.
Okay.
Hopefully his receivers catch the ball.
Let's
True.
go. Something.
Big game. Philadelphia at Tampa Bay.
I got the Birds.
Ooh.
You love
F the
Philly, bro. I
Pirates.
swear to God, you
I
love
love me. So I love my cousins. I love my cousins, man. They're dirty. They're dirty.
I'm going Tampa Bay. This
I'm
gonna be the week with me
Eagles.
having different amount of games.
I'm gonna go Eagles because as a Jets fan, we just played the Bucks and we should have won the game, which is bad because we were bad. And they also lost Mike Evans for like 3 to 4 weeks for his annual hamstring injury. So.
Son of a bitch. Yeah, so I might go with the Eagles now.
Oh, cool.
I wasn't privy to that information.
Emeka Egbuka is going crazy though, man. Shout out Ohio State Buckeyes.
Mhm.
Wide receiver university. My goodness, he is cold. I'm proud of him.
Randy, why
might
don't
go back.
read the injury report, you drive turkey, before
All right,
you
you
start
know what?
throwing away picks. Come on,
I'll
now.
be fair. I'll play fair. I'll keep Tampa Bay. Next, Panthers at Patriots.
I got Patriots.
This goes against everything I believe in, but I got the Patriots.
Bing bong.
I go Panthers. Man. I go Panthers.
All right, you got to believe in somebody.
Saints at Buffalo. Then we all got Buffalo now.
The Bills by 50.
Wow.
By 50.
Browns at Detroit.
Detroit by 50.
Lions.
Yeah, Detroit.
Jacksonville at San Francisco.
I got San Fran.
Yeah, go with San Fran. They got McCaffrey back.
I go Jaguars. Colts at the Rams. Wow, good one.
I got the Colts, man. They're playing great football.
I got the Colts. I like what this I see with Danny Dimes. he's slippery, baby. He's slippery, baby. Yo, he's slippery. He's
I got Rams.
Jonathan Taylor.
Oh, Randy.
Bro,
He was your former quarterback, Randy.
The Rams just lost a 20 whatever point lead to Philadelphia. I think they're coming back with some.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, fuck all that. We lost that shit. We come back and we're gonna take it out.
We'll see what Stafford does. We'll see what Stafford does.
Chicago at the Raiders.
I'll go Raiders at home. Why not? Why not? Gino.
I'm tempted to go Raiders at home, especially because I love Gino.
But
I like what I saw from Chicago's offense against Dallas, so I'm gonna go Chicago.
I got Chicago. Big game. Baltimore at the Chiefs.
Baltimore.
Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
My secondary team.
Derrick Henry, stop playing games. Derrick, stop playing games.
Micah Parsons comes back to Dallas.
Green Bay.
Go back.
Green Bay.
Packers.
Green Bay. Pack them up. Shaun's Jets at the Dolphins Monday night.
Give me the Jets.
Yes, sir. Turn that up.
Give me the Jets.
Turn that up. We go on 1-3. Yes,
Who's
sir.
quarterback? Tyrod Taylor?
Give me the Jets.
I hope Justin Fields is back from concussion protocol.
I hope so too.
Yeah.
I hope it's Justin Fields. But even if it's Tyrod, I thought we can beat the Dolphins.
And then we wrap up with the Bengals at the Broncos. I go Broncos on that one.
Got Denver.
I got Denver for sure.
All right, here we go. Denny's top 5 team rankings heading into week number 4. Denny Blanco, talk to me. Your top 5 NFL teams walking into week number 4.
Like we always do at this time.
That's right.
Here we go. At number 5.
Bam!
Don't do that.
Come on. Come on, man.
Trying to
Yo,
establish
Shaun,
my own,
I'm telling him, yo, give me the yeah.
I'm trying to establish my own identity, you jive turkey. Leave me alone.
I respect it. I'm trying to, I'm trying to gas it up. All right, number 5. Here we go.
Splash. Number 5.
No.
Tampa Bay. All right. Tampa Bay's 3-0. Let's be clear. Your boy Baker Mayfield does not like to lose. Okay? Doesn't matter if he's down 30 with 1 minute left. 15, 5, 3. Doesn't matter. He's going to will his team to win.
Okay.
Hopefully they find some Epsom salt, some Wakandan blood for your man Mike Evans, so he can come back and actually make a run. So number 5, Tampa Bay. At number 4, damn it, Chargers, baby. Okay.
All right.
Justin Herbert.
MVP.
Who passed on Justin Herbert? Who said Justin Herbert can't throw that football? Y'all stupid. Y'all stupid. Whoever passed on him. I don't know what the hell y'all talking about. Running game, okay? Receivers, special teams. Watch out for the Chargers, okay? And just pay attention. They're not going to sneak up on anybody at this point. Number 3.
Oh, to answer your question, Herbert, who passed on him, the Bengals, who got Burrow, Washington, who got Chase Young, Lions, Jeff Okuda, Giants, Andrew Thomas, and the Dolphins, who picked Tua.
All right.
There you go.
God bless.
There you go.
God bless. Number 3. The Lions. It's the Lions. The Detroit Lions. Okay. I love the fact that they're scared of anybody. And they're solid all across the board. It looks like obviously their running game's crazy. Okay,
yeah,
their running game's crazy. They got a solid quarterback, solid line. They got one of the best wide receivers in the game. You throw it to him, he's going to catch it every single time. And that's what's crazy. Shout out to all the wide receivers on the list that we talked about earlier. Okay,
that's right.
Because you're the one making the quarterback look good. Okay, the ball's at your feet. The ball's out the sideline, and you're catching with one hand, bringing it in with a guy draped all over your shoulder. God bless you, wide receivers. You make this game so beautiful. Okay, number 2, the Buffalo Bills.
Okay.
Oh, Shaun, you're upset. Say again, Shaun. Talk to me.
They killed us.
Destroyed y'all, man.
I got to talk about what it is, baby. 3-0. Your boy, Josh Allen, man. Your boy's solid. Your boy's solid. Knows what to do.
MVP.
Knows what to do, when to do it.
Say
again, Shaun.
He didn't deserve that MVP. It should have been Lamar.
Conversation for a different day, and I agree with you completely. You. But let's move on.
I hear you.
Josh Allen's tough, okay, and the Bills are tough. So that defense, they're solid. They don't crack, they don't fold, and we're gonna see coming down the pike if they can keep this up. I believe they obviously will. And in terms of the number 1 team right now.
Oh,
I was talking about
your new favorite team now.
My dirty cousins from down south, the Philadelphia Dirty Eagles. Whatever you say about them, just say they win.
Yeah,
they win.
They dirty. Always find a way, bro. They always find a way.
They win dirty. Even when you think they're out, which I thought in that game, that last game, I said that's a loss.
Yeah,
that's a very, very fine loss. And you
That's
look
fact.
up, and these guys are just like, okay, they're stacking the box in the first half with Saquon. What are we going to do in the second half? AJ Brown sitting there reading a book. I'm waiting, guys. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for you to realize I'm him.
That's right.
All of a sudden, Hurts is like, wait, hold on. It's time. Here you go.
That's a fact.
Here you go. You can have some. Okay. You want some too? You want some too? Here you go. You can have some too. And then Saquon, they're all paying attention to Saquon, which opens up the passing game, which allows everything to flow fluidly on offense. Defensively, they are nasty as well. In order for you to turn on that switch, first half, not very good. Second half, you decide to say no multiple times on defense, and then win the game on a scamper. Not even win the game, but just scamper pickup, right? End the game. It is what it is. Eagles. That's my top 5 power rankings.
So Tampa Bay, Chargers, Lions, Bills, Eagles. Top 5 heading into week 4.
Move around as you will. Yeah, it's a solid top 5. Move around as you will. I know you fans are going to be fandoming out. Please don't beat me up. Please, I'm very, very fast. I can run.
So for those of you who 240 plus who have chimed in on X, thank you. We appreciate it. Most importantly, youtube.com/Cruise Control Podcast. Go ahead, download the rates, comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Any questions or comments while Shaun is talking, hit us up in the chat. We'll get right to it. We got him on. I know baseball is on and NFL, but we
early.
You know what time it is, baby. One more month. NBA is on and popping. You know the vibes.
1 month.
Media day is up and running for a few teams, and one team in particular. The New York Knicks yesterday, media day. Those who don't know, Shaun is a big time Knicks fan. For many, many years. Met him a few times. Good dude. And Shaun, listen, man. We had CP from Knicks Fan TV on last week and trying to get his vibes,
the homie,
about the season, expectations. Are we feeling nervous? And because we're finally in this conversation of NBA Finals, of an NBA championship. It's been a long time. We've been a lot of downs, upward spiral, up and down, Melo era. Now with Brunson, coaching changes, but for the first time in 25 years, we're having legit convos about the New York Knicks being a true title contender. As a fan who's seen everything, how do you feel today, knowing that your favorite team is really like being more respected, better ran organizationally, has the talent, you got your superstar, you got your franchise player, and now all you got to do is go out there, play the games, and see what can happen? How do you feel about this team right now?
It's beautiful, man. Like, and it's kind of surreal almost. I feel like sometimes in life I remind myself to be appreciative of things. Like I always say, don't forget to appreciate breathing. Like breathing is really important. Sometimes you get a stuffy nose, whatever, and it's harder to breathe. And it makes you realize how much you really appreciate breathing. And so with the Knicks, like this isn't really new to me. I thought we were here for a couple of years now, but especially last year, like I thought we were very capable.
Yeah.
And so like then they kind of carried it out last year, and that was year 1 of this new iteration of the team. But coming into this season, and especially being like, I think what gave me even more excitement and appreciation for it is football season. Because I'm a Jets fan, and the Jets suck, and the Jets always suck. And so to like be experiencing this team I have that's terrible, and also this other team I have where it's like, whoa, we're like contenders, like on a consistent basis now for not only this year, but the next few years. And beyond contenders, like in the East this year, we're kind of like favorites, which is a little nuts. It's different territory, but it's definitely a beautiful thing, man. It's very special. I thank God every day for Jalen Brunson and Leon Rose. I always want to sing the praise of Leon Rose for putting this team together. For making this happen, for having a vision to make certain moves that I wouldn't have made as a fan. I appreciate James Dolan for hiring Leon Rose. And I feel like for a long time, we would beg James Dolan, hey, like get out of the way, stop meddling with running the team, hire somebody to do it. And now he's doing that. And so like, I feel like it's important to like, I'm not one for shouting out affairs and whispering compliments. I think it's important to thank him. It's important to thank James Jones. It's important to thank Leon Rose. The other day, the Liberty fired their coach, Sandy Brondello. And I was like, yo, it was the right move. It seems crazy because they won the championship the year before. But if you watch those games, she was terrible. She was that first round performance was a terrible coaching performance for a myriad of reasons. And Liberty made the decision that might have been unpopular. And so for the Knicks to get as far as we've gotten and to get to the Eastern Conference Finals and still move on from the coach because they want to be able to maximize the potential of the team and not just settle for what looks like it's okay optically, that's really dope to me and really important. And so to have this team that I think is very talented and to have like this new person coming in, this new energy and a new way of utilizing these guys, I'm really excited to see. Like even now, the one clip from practice, Christian Winfield was posting clips of practice, and I'm seeing like all the emphasis on running. Like he said it in the post. On media day, Mike Brown was saying he wants his team to run. It seems like they're putting an emphasis on that now. Granted, I also wasn't at practice when Tibbs was there, so I don't know how different it may be. But the reporters seem like they feel like it's different, and they were there before. So, the emphasis is on running. I feel like if this team is running and getting down in transition, he wants to use Jalen off the ball. I feel like a lot of times Jalen was being loaded up against defensively in the half court and still busting everybody's ass. So now when he's coming off the ball and also we're getting out in transition and we're putting guys in different spots and he wants to use Cat more as a playmaker, which I think is excellent because I think Cat's a great passer. I watched with Sabonis. I can't wait to see Cat in that kind of role. So it's just, it's like the ability to be excited about something that was already here, like that's really cool. It's like we have these toys that we have that we get to use differently now. Like we got like software updates. And now I'm excited for the same team just to see how it's going to be used differently.
I like that. I like that software update. Like old school AOL and shit. Like just, Windows 95, 98, 2000.
Yeah, that dial up, Daddy. That dial up.
Danny, what you got?
Well, I have Shaun touched on a lot of things, and I want to be clear and concise because I did have some great questions for with CP. So these questions I wrote down early in the morning.
Yes,
I was
he
like,
did.
Shaun, I said, Shaun's coming on. I took a picture and sent it to Randy. I said, look at these questions. I got all these questions. All right.
And my man never does that. Never does that.
I'm
like,
honored.
oh, shit,
I'm
really?
honored, truly.
Like, damn, okay. He's ready.
Damn, Randy, why you blowing on my spot, bro?
It just shows that you're ready. You sent me at 9 a.m. the rundown. I'm like, my job is done here. That's the rundown.
That tells you how much I care about my integrity, the integrity of the show, and the integrity of our guests.
And the guests too. Yep.
Yeah. So I would love to be able to get through these questions because I think they're very important in terms of the grand scheme of the Knicks. The Knicks had to improve their bench. Did they? And what grade would you give it? Letter grade.
What letter grade would I give the bench? Honestly, I give it an A+. And I know sometimes I get accused of homerism as a fan. But I just think when you can go out there and you can add a Jordan Clarkson and you can add a Gershon Yabusele and you can add even a Malcolm Brogdon, considering that we didn't have any cap space, I think that's pretty amazing. Like if you're like, hey, you need bench help, you need scoring. All right, let me go get a former sixth man of the year for the minimum. That's kind of nuts. So it's like when you think about what we had at our disposal and what we were able to turn that into, that's fantastic. I can't wait to see the bench. I mean, just the thought of, Deuce, I think Deuce and Jordan Clarkson are going to complement each other very well. I'm looking forward to seeing it. I feel like Jordan Clarkson kind of takes some of if Deuce has a weakness, it's like creating for himself and others. And so Deuce being able to focus on locking up and also spacing the floor, and Jordan Clarkson being able to be more of the creation guy offensively, I think that's going to be a very nice pairing off the bench. And then, Yabusele is going to be a great asset. And then, we don't know what's going to happen between Josh Hart and Mitch and who's going to be starting or not. But either way, whichever guy's not starting will be an excellent option off the bench. So I'm really excited for the bench. I think the bench is a huge strength this year, and I think they did a great job addressing it.
Definitely A+, Randy. Look at you. A+. All right. A+. Mike Brown. Yeah, I know you with it. Mike Brown. You mentioned him before, and I sat back and I thought about it, and I said to myself, Self, Cleveland didn't have problems scoring when Mike Brown was there. they didn't have a problem scoring. And then I look at, he went from Cleveland, then he went to Golden State, and obviously picked up some stuff from Golden State and Steve Kerr. Picked up some triangle action. He actually sat back and watched. Didn't he win a ring, Randy? Am I bugging? He won a ring, right? He was on that staff, wasn't he?
With the Warriors?
Yeah, not as the head coach, but yes.
Yeah, the Warriors, not head
as
coach.
Assistant, right? Yeah, assistant, right? Yeah. So he was on that staff. Yeah, okay. So he gets to see some action, some how to use a guy who's a great off the ball mover in Steph Curry. He gets to see that every single day and to see how Steve Curry utilizes that. And then obviously he goes to Sacramento. And then Sacramento, he has a big man who can pass and then a guard. So now he's with the New York Knicks. So you mentioned him, and I'm excited about what he could possibly do in terms of Jalen Brunson. And you mentioned him in your early on, Shaun. What do you think of Jalen Brunson being more off ball than on ball?
I think he'll still be on ball a lot, but definitely off ball more than he was. And I think that bodes very well for Jalen and for the offense, just because it makes him more difficult to guard. And he's very talented. Like he shot really high percentages. I should have the actual percentages. It was week 1.
It's good. It's good.
Also,
it's good.
Not gonna promise I'm gonna have the actual percentages in week 27. You feel me? We going off vibes.
Randy's moving.
That's right. I got you.
Randy's moving. Got you.
Jalen Brunson shot pretty high percentages as a spot up shooter last season, and just from his time with Luka, like Jalen has always been very good off the ball. His game isn't one dimensional at all. And so when you play into his strengths in different ways and also allow him to get the ball in different positions, allow him to attack defenses that are reacting and bending rather than loading up against him and, sending doubles and things like that. I'm really, really, really looking forward to that. And also on top of that, because he's off ball, I think you open up and empower his teammates, which also makes the game easier for Jalen Brunson. So not only do I think it'll bode well for him and for the team, I put on my Instagram story today a picture of Jalen Brunson from Media Day, and I was like, first team All-NBA season, 50-40-90 season, and Finals MVP season. So, Jalen, from me to you, please be serious at the free throw line this year. I think it's like 82% from the free throw line last year. There's absolutely no reason for Jalen Brunson to shoot below 85% from the free throw line.
What did he shoot? What did he shoot from the line?
Like 82, bro. Like no reason for that to be happening. Like Jalen Brunson should not be
fact checking. Let me fact check.
Yeah.
And
so hold on.
Okay, you got it.
He shot 49 from the field, 48 from the field, 82 from the line. Free throw line, 82. And 38 from 3. 82 is not.
82
it's like a B. It's a solid B.
Like, 82 isn't bad for for like I don't know.
All right, let me see the previous year.
Like, Jalen Brunson has to shoot higher than 82% from the free throw line.
If he's going to be first team All NBA, he has to go 50-40.
The year prior 85, the year prior was 83, so he's in the ballpark.
50% from the field.
He's unserious at the free throw line way too often. Like I believe, and he hasn't done it yet, so I just believe it because I believe in him a whole lot. I believe he's capable of shooting 90 from the free throw line.
Oh, easy. 50,
so what are you requesting again? You saying first team?
I need 50-40-90, bro. I need
50-40-90. Yeah.
I need 50-40-90. If you're going to miss 50-40-90, let it be because you shot 39 from 3. Don't let it be because you shot 8 points lower from the free throw line. If you get to 54, like if you shoot 88 or 87 from the line, I can accept that. I can't accept 82. I just can't. And I know that he can't either. So let's do it.
Me in school, I'll take a fucking 82 all day, every day. So I'll take a solid B, bro. I don't care about nobody else. I'm taking 82, bro. But you said first team All NBA. You saying MVP to finals and what else?
MVP to finals, first team All NBA, 50-40-90.
50-40-90. And obviously All-Star.
Yeah,
of course. Yeah, All-Star starter.
Okay.
Of course. Before I go to my next question, you mentioned they for me, I thought they beat up Jalen last year in terms of blitzing him, in terms of playing him full court with a big guard, 6'6", 6'7". So him being off the ball, guys, as a guard, being off the ball, don't get me wrong, it's great if you want to handle the rock and all that, but being off the ball takes some pressure off. You can come off screens, you can pin your man down. You can come off curls. It's a lot easier than trying to have to bring the ball up 94 feet, 100%.
Look, I became way more empathetic to Jalen Brunson's workload on Knicks Twitter Day. On Knicks Twitter Day, shout out to Knicks Twitter Day. Shout out to everybody who came out. Shout out to my team, the Impossible Power Rangers. But my goodness, I was like responsible for all the ball handling, and I was getting double, and I was getting fouled. And I was like,
there you go.
There
you go.
Now you know how the captain feels.
Yeah, bro. I was like, yo, I can't. He does this every night. I was like,
yeah.
But just imagine, right? Just imagine a guard having to just be responsible. Okay, I gotta be responsible for bringing the ball up. It's one thing. Responsible for bringing the ball up and scoring. Bringing the ball up, scoring, and playing defense. Bringing the ball up, scoring, playing defense, and getting other players involved because they can't score. 4 or 5 jobs, and you got some people in the NBA can only do one. Let's continue.
Hold on, before you do it, listen, most importantly, don't do Knicks Twitter Day during July 4th weekend. I think JB said you got to pick a different weekend.
And shout out to Ben Stiller for letting him know. Jalen Brunson is picking a date, and I keep telling him that. Ben Stiller told him that, and he said, "I'll be there." Don't tell me you'll be there. What's the date?
That's very important.
Picking the date. I'm leaving the date to him. Everybody keeps saying, and my homie Teresa, we went to the Liberty game, and she made me feel a lot better because she was like, "Everybody's killing you for that." She was like, "You weren't wrong. Like regular people, have that weekend off. Like it makes sense." He doesn't understand because he's not a regular person. Having to go to work was the reason that we picked the long weekend. I'm sorry, my bad, bro.
You're 100% right. You're 100% right. That makes a lot of sense for the majority of people to be able to show up. You're 1,000% right. Do you, Shaun? Shout out to everybody in the building. It's in the Game podcast. I hate Shaun, Randy J. Cruz, Sir Denny Blanco. You know the vibes. You have a choice of a starting 5 for the New York Knicks.
Oh.
You like that, right?
Oh.
I know the pen caught fire when you wrote this one down.
I know. Randy. I know. Take your time. Randy, do you have one?
I'm gonna let you know right now. My answer sounds like a cop-out, but it's my genuine answer. Right?
Too early.
Mike Brown is doing new things. He's implementing new things. I'm not even sure. Even the players yesterday on media day were like, "Yo, we're not even sure yet what's happening. It's being figured out now." So for me, I don't feel like I can have a preference without knowing exactly what's going on. Like without knowing what they're trying to go for, without knowing what the aim is, without being there to see what's happening, I don't think it would be right for me to necessarily have a preference. Now, are we trying to lean more into size and get Mitch out there? And is that like we trust him to anchor the defense and we don't necessarily want Cat to do so? Do we want to use Cat at the 5 and then we want Josh out there for the rebounding? We want to play fast. Josh is good for playing fast, but Deuce is also really good for playing fast and getting out there and shooting on the wing. So I am not 100% sure. I think that we are in a wonderful position where there are 3 outcomes that I would be satisfied with. I would like for Josh to start. I would like for Mitch to start. And I would also love for Deuce to start. So I don't think that we can really go wrong. I think we have 3 pretty solid options. And whichever one he picks and whatever he sees fit will be because it fits what he's trying to do, which means I'm going to rock with it.
I like your answer, Shaun. Randy, please. Who would you, before I go, Randy, please, I'd like to hear who your preferred starting 5 for the New York Knicks, because they have a lot of options, and it's great to have options. But the concept is you're trying to win a championship. So,
well, clarify one thing. Yabusele is a 4 or a 5.
He could be either or. Continue.
He could be either or.
He could be
I think
either
4
or
primarily, but he can play like a small ball 5, I believe.
Absolutely. Okay. Continue.
So
he could play like Sengun if he plays the 5.
Would I be shocked if Mitchell Robinson starts? No, I won't. Because if you put Josh to the bench, your bench is now Josh Hart, Deuce, Jordan Clarkson, Yabusele, who else am I missing? Brogdon, Shamet. It's really guard heavy on the bench. But if you start the regular Towns, OG, Mikal, Josh, and Jalen, now you got 2 bigs off the bench. So it's just a matter of the preference where you want to work on the
Right?
defense.
You still got Hug Porty, right?
Hug Porty.
Yeah.
You still got Dadier, Kolek. But I know I've been hearing and to keep Shamit and Brogdon, someone's got to be on the move. So that's not our job. That's their job to figure out. But if we're going with what we got today, I think they might start what they did last year, to be honest. But even Josh saying, "Yo, listen, if I don't start, I'm good. Whatever Mike Brown says, I'm gonna roll with." But again, I might be going back and forth, but I wouldn't be shocked if Mitchell Robinson does get the nod, because I think that's something that Tom Thibodeau wanted to do a little more last year, but Mitchell was hurt, and then Josh got inserted into the starting lineup ever since Randall got hurt 2 years ago. So he's been in that spot for about 2 years. But now can I utilize him more off the bench with the bench you already have, with star power, with people who could do intangible things, then get him off the bench. But if they go with the same starting five from last year, I'm good. But
Randy.
So also that they want to hide the defensive deficiencies from like a Brunson or a Town. Like they're gonna put Mitchell there. Hey, you got Bridges, you got OG to cover that up. It's like, all right, we need some other bigs to kind of help and get involved. So, because Cat is not a natural 5. He's playing the 5. He's a 4, like how we did in Minnesota with Gobert. So if you want
wait,
that,
wait, slow down 1 second before you said Cat is as a what?
It's a 4.
Okay, just want to make sure I heard you. Okay, continue.
Okay, am I wrong?
You're 100% right. I just want to make sure.
Okay, he's a natural.
Right. Yeah,
he's a natural 4.
Go ahead.
He's
okay.
playing the 5.
Mm-hmm.
So to help him out and not always guard the Giannis's and the Jokers and Embiids, that's where Mitchell Robinson comes in, and now Cat can take care of his guy at the 4. But that means Josh Hart is relegated to the bench, which I think will be a nice spot anyway. Josh gonna give you whatever, starting or not. It don't really matter to him. So I think getting Mitchell Robinson acclimated in that role is kind of very important for Mike Brown.
Sean, Randy, I'm going to tell you what's going to work for you.
Okay.
Like I've been telling you, Randy, correct me if I'm wrong. Like I've been telling you Knicks fans for about 4 years now. This is what's going to work for you.
All right.
This is what's going to get you to the NBA Finals. You touched on it, Randy. Number one, thank you for taking some of my flame. Thank you. Okay. Took my whole Hadouken. Just took it. Son of a bitch. All right.
What did I take, man? What flame did I take?
You just took it. The first, cohesiveness.
Yeah.
JB, Mikal, OG, Cat, Mitchell Robinson. For me, that should be your starting lineup from jump. And number one, cohesiveness. They've been through wars together. Okay. That's number one. So I think that's going to help with their ability to know. Again, Mitchell Robinson, how many games did he come back?
Not that particular 5 has been together for a while. It's the other 5. So now when you put Mitchell in there and you take it out Josh, that might take some getting.
That's why you started. That's why you started early. That's why you started early. That's why I'm saying you started early, because I'm just looking at the tea leaves down the line. Yes, Cleveland. Okay. You mentioned the Embiid, and then you mentioned Cat being a 4. Okay, Embiid's a 5. Mitchell Robinson needs to be out there hacking and whacking. Okay?
Rebounding, shot blocking,
and screening. Okay, you got 4 guys that can score from anywhere. Technically, I do not believe in Josh Hart's finger. Therefore, he could come off the bench for me. Not a starter. Come off the bench. You got a finger that looks like a basketball.
Even Daniel said it. Josh Hart's finger. Good Lord. Yeah.
God bless. Thank you, Daniel. God bless. Okay. So you don't be the start. You're not a starting 5. They were games. Randy, Sean, correct me if I'm wrong. I am a hater, but not when it comes to basketball. Well, sometimes. Josh Hart, there were games where he cost them a couple of games because of wide open. Either he missed shots wide open or he didn't take them. And that wasn't the case when it comes to this 5, when it comes to either Mikal, OG, or Cat. If they get the ball from Jalen, it's up. No questions. Okay. We need that starting five together early and often. And what leads me to my next question, Shaun, I told Randy, we've had conversations offline. I said, it's NBA Finals or bust this season for the Knicks in the East. NBA Finals. There should be no reason why they do not make it to the NBA Finals. Do you concur?
Yes and no. I'm never really big on the or bust thing, just because there's way too many factors in the NBA.
Injuries.
You gotta be healthy when you get to the end of the season, stuff like that.
Barring no injuries. Barring no injuries.
Barring no injuries. If we're healthy, we shouldn't lose. I think the only team that really is even of our caliber in the Eastern Conference right now is Cleveland, and I just don't respect them. We literally.
What is it about them that you don't respect? What is it about Cleveland you don't respect?
We literally snatched their chains. I just don't think the Jared. Nobody ever in my life. I don't care how much development you have. I don't care what goes on. Nobody's ever gonna say to me, "I think the lights were too bright," and I'm gonna ever feel like No, the lights are always gonna be too bright. Like when the lights get bright, they're gonna do what they do. That's who they are.
Yeah.
I believe I'm a firm believer. One of my main mantras right now is people are who they are and they do what they do. And the lights are too bright for Jared Allen. And just for that team as a whole. So I respect them. They're going to do really good things. They're going to go on crazy win streaks throughout the season. And then we're going to get to the playoffs, and they're going to do what they always do.
Damn.
So no fear in Cleveland. God bless. But I want those. See, you're going to see Allen and what's the power forward from Cleveland?
Mobley.
That's why I want to see.
Mobley took a big step last year. So I imagine he does the same this year. Yeah, Mobley was really good. They're a very good team. I'm not taking away from that. They're an excellent team. I just don't think they got hurt like that.
Shaun, you know what's interesting? You touch on something very, very interesting. You said that Mobley took a big leap, because, he's young and he looks like he develops, unlike some other centers that are named DeAndre Ayton. Moving right along.
This guy.
Right along. Your Knicks.
Matter of fact, hold up. Do you feel the Cavaliers are the only threat to New York getting to the finals? Because obviously we know.
Okay, so let's see.
That's what he said.
Boston, no Jason Tatum. Even though he's back on the court doing workouts and stuff, he may be.
God bless. He's not going to be the same.
Nah.
Yeah, no Jason Tatum.
Not this year.
Indiana, no Tyrese Halliburton. Unfortunately, because I really want to bust their ass. And I want him to be there. But, no Tyrese Halliburton. And then you got Philly is food. That's not serious.
Wait,
no Dame for Milwaukee.
No Dame. Milwaukee is not.
Okay.
Giannis might be gone by the trade deadline. And then you got Orlando. Orlando is good.
I like Orlando.
Good. Orlando is young. And they finally got somebody that can hit a three in the playoffs, because they would get to the playoffs and be shooting like 22% of the team.
Yeah,
it's like, damn, you guys could probably win the series if anybody could shoot. So Orlando should be better. Detroit also. Detroit was good last year. You feel me? They battled it out with us. They're a tough young team. I think they may have gotten worse. They lost Malik Beasley. I don't think they really replaced that shooting.
And Tim Hardaway Jr., if I'm not mistaken.
And I believe they lost Timmy. And I believe they lost.
They lost both. They lost both.
They lost some shooting.
Schroeder too, right? Schroeder.
I think Schroeder still might be there.
I don't know where Schroeder went, so he might still be there.
He might be still there. I'm
sure.
I'm not sure. No. Put some respect. You watch your mouth, Randy.
He's in Sacramento.
Okay.
Oh, so yeah, they were good, but I don't think they got better. Orlando got better. So I feel like it's the Knicks, it's Cleveland, it's like Orlando, it's Detroit, and then it's the rest of the East. Like, I don't think anybody else is.
I would say I'm not saying don't sleep on Atlanta. I think they made some good acquisitions. And you know how we get down. Atlanta and the Knicks, they all got the little rivalry, Trae Young. So that might be one other team to look out for. I'm not saying be scared or be afraid, but that's one team that made some improvements. They added Porzingis. You still got Trae on the roster, some other key people, but like Johnson, the Hawks is all right.
I think the Hawks definitely made good. They made some cute moves. I think that that pick and pop with Trae and Porzingis, because of Porzingis' range, is going to make Trae difficult to cover out of that. But they're also the Hawks, and
25 games.
Beverly, they're gonna find a way to lose. Like I'm not sold. I'm not sold in like them being like I'm sleeping well. But you're right. They have made some good moves, and they will probably be like a solid 5 seed.
So the moves they made, they got Alexander Walker from Minnesota. They got Porzingis.
Porzingis is going to be out half the season.
I like Jalen Johnson. I like Daniels.
They got defense. They don't have offense. They can't score.
Was Luke Kennard there already, or did they?
No,
they
think they just added him.
They
just added him for shooting.
Kennard.
They added him for shooting. But
they have a good roster.
Those guys you just named. Who can create a shot on their own?
Trey, I think Johnson and Trey, for the most part.
1.5. God bless you.
1.5. Yeah, I give you 1.5 there.
Right. God bless you.
I give you 1.5.
That's why I say Atlanta.
And also, who's the leader?
When you say food, there's the food right there. Delicious. It's hungry.
And we can't like he said, can't forget about Philly, because on paper, if everybody's healthy, you got Embiid, you got Maxey, Paul George. I like Edgecombe, and who's the guy that's coming back? McCain. I'm saying, like, yo, you get all them guys on paper.
Basketball. Look. Both of those teams just named, the Sixers and the Hawks.
Grimes still there, right?
They're going to be a problem on 2K. That's all I got. That's all I got.
Damn. All right, bro. On 2K,
bro. Right. No, you. What's interesting? You Philadelphia 76ers fans. Like, you have to come into the season praying for 2 new knees. No, 4 knees. Is it 3? 3.5 knees. 2 for Embiid and one for Paul George. For your season, I expect Tyrese Maxey, McCain, who else? Edgecombe, great seasons, because they're going to have multiple of opportunity to do their own thing, because Embiid and Paul aren't going to be available. That's just me. Has anyone been paying attention to what's going on with the Clippers? Has anyone been paying attention?
Hey, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
that story is not picking up the way I would imagine that it would. Like, that story should be louder. Like, I don't even know what's going on there.
But why do you think it's not louder?
Maybe it's not substantial. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend I read every article and document, but like, it seems pretty real. It seems like that happened. So I just don't know like what the punishment is, or like when the punishment is, or if there's a punishment. I don't know how that's being handled.
Just the concept, Randy. You have to understand. There's a lot of things about that story. Shout out to Pablo Torre. There's a lot about that story. If you want to obviously watch his YouTube, and you'll get an idea. But what struck me was interesting. They made a rule because of your man's uncle. They made a rule. They said, yo, bro, your man was going around tapping people on the shoulder. Let's be clear. Kawhi Leonard was talk of the town after he won the chip, right? So he's top tier, and he's a free agent. Your man was,
hey, yo, what's up?
Yo, you know, Kawhi free agent, right? All right, so this is what I'm gonna do. I need a hotel. I need 8 cars. I need a plane. I need meals every single day, every single hour.
Uncle Wallin.
You owners looking around like,
now, who are you, fam?
Who are you? You can't talk to me, baby. They said, we have to have a meeting. New rule. You have to be an agent to negotiate. We can't have this.
Mm-hmm.
That part alone of the story is wild to even think about that. Huh?
Right. But now when you look at it from basketball, you mentioned the Clippers on paper, who they added, even though it's veterans. I'm like, okay, if this team remains the same, healthy, the Clippers can be in that conversation of like, oh, Western Conference.
What top 4? Top 5?
Yeah, because you got Kawhi, you have James Harden, you got Zubac.
They're loaded,
right?
But they're not going to be better than 4 or 5 in the East. I mean, the West. Excuse me.
Look at who. If you let me finish, bro. Look at who they added. And you know what? I'm taking my time now.
That's what I need you to do. That's what I need you to do, great sexy beard. That's what I need you to do. Take your time.
All right.
Take your
time. They got Nick Batum. I started with him. Of all people, I started with Nick fucking Batum. Nick Batum.
Batum.
Okay, my bad. Hold on. They
France
added Chris
is
Paul.
great.
They added Chris Paul, Bradley Beal.
Old man Chris
They
Paul.
added John Collins and Brook Lopez, along with having Zubac, Kawhi, Bogdanovic. I think that's the one. Which one is that? Oh, that's the one. That's the one from Atlanta.
No, that's the one from Atlanta. Bogey, nice. He's nice. He's nice. Are they beating anyone in the West, the top four in 4 or 5 games in series? Are they beating anyone? Are they beating Minnesota?
I'm not gonna lie. They really could have beaten Denver even last year.
They could have, bro.
I think they're better this year than they were last year.
But Denver's better this year.
I like Denver's acquisitions, which was Bruce Brown.
Subtraction, but by addition. Randy.
Bruce Brown. They added
I also didn't realize that
Valanciunas, right?
Got John Collins. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, brother.
Yeah, Clippers got John Collins, but yeah, Denver got better by subtraction and addition. So the concept is, the Clippers look sexy on paper. Paper don't mean nothing. Okay, paper you can look at paper. This is what paper you can take. Okay, tear that up, throw it away. Don't mean nada on paper. Okay,
Denver added Valanciunas, Tim Hardaway Jr., Bruce Brown,
shooting,
and Cam Johnson. From
shooting.
Yeah.
2 shooters.
Yeah.
Bang. And excuse me, my fault. 2 shooters that can play defense.
Whoa. Who?
Well, not Tim Hardaway Jr.
Okay, I was about to say.
I don't know what he said.
Why you hate on Timmy like that?
I love Timmy, but come on.
Come on, man. Once a Knick, always a Knick, man. Come on.
I'm trying to give it to him. Sean's like, nah, Playboy just let Olay.
Yeah.
My fault. Yeah, but listen, I look at that West, and obviously Houston's there. And then we talk about injuries. You see Van Fleet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh man.
Tyler Hero.
So
it's
injuries
crazy, bro.
early on, will turn the tides, but the season's early. Sean, please.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't think that Houston's gonna miss that much of a beat without Van Vliet. It sucks. It's unfortunate. But I think that they're just gonna lean into Amen as a playmaker more, and that's gonna be huge for them and him. And maybe that gets Reed Shepherd out there to space the floor. And then I'm really looking forward to watching Houston this year because KD being surrounded with this much talent on a team that makes sense with a coach that's good, is hasn't happened since I know people kill him a lot, but hasn't happened since Golden State. So
Golden State,
yeah.
It's the best team he's had since Golden State, and he's had 2 stops in between there.
And they were both dumpsters.
That tells you everything. Randy, Sean, I want to know.
Oh, Brooklyn too, brother. Yo, listen, my man was one little foot toe away from the conference finals.
Stop.
Listen,
that wasn't a good
team. Good team. Thank you.
And Steve Nash is one of Steve Nash is cool and all, but he wasn't a good basketball coach. His game plan was give it too hot.
Denny, when you were a Net fan, past tense, when you were, that if the Brooklyn Nets get past Milwaukee, they would have had the Atlanta Hawks in the conference finals, then the Phoenix Suns in the NBA finals. You trying to tell me that Brooklyn team, if Kyrie don't go down and they win that game,
he was down.
I'm saying if he don't go down and they beat Milwaukee and everybody's healthy against Atlanta and Phoenix, Kevin Durant is winning a championship with Brooklyn.
No, that's not. See, the point was what I said was, and Sean will correct me, talent-wise, if you lay down the talent of that Brooklyn Nets roster, Harden, KD, and Kyrie aside.
Okay.
Look at the talent of the Houston Rockets right now.
And it's beyond talent. It's because that was the problem in both places in Brooklyn. And in Brooklyn, they didn't stay healthy. Kyrie had the thing where he couldn't play home games, stuff like that. There was a bunch of extenuating circumstances, but it just led to not having the fit. And so it's you need more than talent. In Phoenix, they were we're just going to get a bunch of talent, but it didn't fit. Right now, I think in Houston, KD is it's a great fit. You've got a big who's very, very skilled, who can score inside, outside, play make. You know, you've got defensive players around you. You've got shooting. You've got athleticism. You've got everything that can plug KD in and just say, "Hey, score." And there's already a bit like Houston was already a good team. You feel me? Like they're already going to be good. Ime Udoka is a great coach, and so now KD just comes in to add on to that rather than trying to have this team where we're throwing a bunch of players together and like there's, you know, I think chemistry is going to be very easy and natural here. I think I have a really good year.
This is the best big he's played with in a very long time. This is the best defending wing he's played with in a very long time.
Yo, do you know who started Game 7 with Brooklyn for that game?
Jordan.
No, he didn't. He didn't even play DeAndre Jordan. Your starters were Kevin Durant, James Harden, who played the whole game, Bruce Brown, Joe Harris, and Blake Griffin.
Thank you. Joe Harris is not even in the league, and neither is Blake Griffin. God bless. And in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. Listen, Randy J. Cruz, Shaun, I want them, Golden State, I want them to explain why they only have 9 players on the roster. And then I want them to explain why they have a talent like Jonathan Kuminga, where they can't decide whether they want to trade him or develop him. I'm a little confused right now.
Or he don't want to be there.
There have been many players that not want to be there, and they've been convinced to stay. So my question is, what's going on, Golden State fans? What's going on over there where we can't convince Jonathan Kuminga, who's young, to me, young, athletic, has African blood streaming through him, the Wakandan blood streaming through him, okay, has developed over time, and I'm trying to understand, is he or is he not an asset?
Would he be a starter? He should be a starter, right?
He should be.
Yeah.
See, the thing, I think what happened with them is they were so busy. And again, I'm not a Warriors fan, so it's not an expert opinion. I'm only an expert on the Knicks.
That's right.
Hallelujah.
But
I got you.
I feel like they were so busy trying to suppress his value and not give him a big contract. So like they didn't increase his role to where his role could have and should have been in the previous years because they didn't want to have to pay him. And so now they've reached that crossroads where, well, you know, we don't want to pay you this because you're not worth this. But he's like, yo, I'm not worth this because you made sure that I wouldn't be. And that is not cool. Like, that's not organizationally, the way they've handled Jonathan Kuminga has not been cool. And I feel like they've kind of tried to make him the bad guy for it. And so I would like for him to get a change of scenery just because, like, clearly you're not a priority here or they would have treated you better.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, pay attention, okay? Shaun makes a very, very great point. I remember stories about LeBron James asking to go play in Miami. I remember stories about Melo asking to play in New York. Oh, he's being selfish. He's thinking about himself. Oh, LeBron going to play with D-Wade and Chris Bosh in Miami. Oh, you running from Cleveland. Your man wrote a letter. An owner wrote a letter about how LeBron James ran from Cleveland. Okay. And now you got a story about a young man who wants to play basketball and get paid for what he does, but he can't because the organization has him tied up. Isn't that very interesting, Randy and Shaun? Very, very, very interesting how the NBA works. Oh,
it's very interesting.
Yeah, Skinny Zion. Skinny Zion. You know what I think, Randy, Shaun? You know what? You want me to give you my theory on Skinny Zion?
What?
You know, it's interesting because I've always wondered why he couldn't keep his weight off. You know, 350, 325, 340. And, you know, I'm paying attention to the contract. You know, did you know the contract says if you're not a certain weight, the last 3 years is not guaranteed?
They can void it. Yeah, he was like,
come on, baby. We all read that. Shaun, Randy, we read that. I saw him at the conference. I said, my nigga. Thank you, good sir. Thank you. You finally realized with Randy, Shaun, you finally took basketball the career that you have, that you get paid to play seriously and got in playing shape. Wow. Only year 4, 5?
Year 6.
Thank you, Shaun.
Damn.
Thank you. That's the truth,
Year
man.
6.
Let me circle back to the Knicks for Shaun real quick.
Please.
Again, aside from the JBs and the Towns, who's a player or two that you're looking most forward to? Because I know you mentioned earlier it was year 1 of this brand new reiteration of the team. Now this is year 2. Is there somebody you're looking forward to this year? Someone you feel like, you know what, I'm expecting better things from this player, or just someone you're really excited about seeing this year?
I gotta correct myself. It's year 7 for Zion. He's the same year as RJ.
Shameful.
My answer is probably, I'm tempted to say OG. I think OG can be an all-star. I think what we saw when Jalen went down, where OG was like the focal point of the offense, sort of, and he stepped up offensively, and what we know he does defensively, I think OG is going to have an excellent year. But I think that'll be less because of like the new regime necessarily. I think that the way that Mikal Bridges can be utilized can elevate him and this team. I don't think that he was really utilized to his strengths last year. He kind of was just like a piece out there, kind of fitting in. We're just, I don't think he was maximized. And so I think that if he's maximized this year, and I think that if Jalen's going to be off the ball more, outside of the ball being in Cat's hands more, I believe that puts it in Mikal Bridges' hands. And I think he's very capable as a playmaker. I think he's a 3-level scorer who can create for others, and he's got to be utilized that way. So I think we get a big year from Mikal Bridges for sure. So that would be my personal. I'm excited to see, and also I feel like he was the most vocal, even though he did it in like ways. But I think he was the most vocal about like his displeasures with the coach. Let me not speak for him. I feel like he expressed discontentment with the way things were happening at times.
That's fair.
So I'm looking forward to seeing how he's used this time.
Listen, definitely OG. I know he's not a man of many words, but that man right there, healthy, and his motor, like, could have been Defensive Player of the Year last year. Maybe he could be vote in that running this year. Like,
have my vote.
He's in that. He's in that zone. Like, my man's like, yo, I'm shutting you down, bro. It's
I saw what he did to Tatum.
Tatum. Who else he got?
Brown. I saw what he did to Tatum. Brown
in round 1. Like, he was.
Cade. I saw what he did to Cade, but I've listen. He did. I totally agree with OG. It's unfortunate he's he only says 2 words, because I think if he said 3, he'd probably get more attention for Defensive Player of the Year. But because he's very quiet and goes about his business and doesn't talk, people overlook him. Just sad.
Yeah, and I agree with Shaun about Mikal real quick. I agree with you with Mikal, because when there were some games where JB was out, but now JB or maybe Towns, Mikal was the focal point, and he was like shooting that shit, taking over the game winner in Portland. Like, yo, bro, where was this at? Where was the Brooklyn net, Mikal? But obviously, when you come to this team, you're looking like you're like the 3rd or 4th option. So it's tough for you to get your chemistry and your footing. But I think now this year, it's going to be more widespread. JB gets yours, Towns get yours, OG get yours. But Mikal, now we could trust you. Hey, second quarter, you come in with the bench players. Now you're the focal point. You run the offense. Now we can trust you more with that to get him more confidence. Yo, listen, whether JB on the floor or not, if I get the rock, it's going up. I can get. You say JB should get you 50, 40, 90. Mikal, I think, should be what? 19, 20 a game?
20, 21, 22. Easy. He
was 17 last year.
Easy. He should be in 20.
With a defined role this year, I feel like he can definitely get 20 a game. And it's like, there were some games last year, and a lot of people killed Mikal last year, and it wasn't very fair. I think people spent a lot of time killing Mikal just because they didn't like the trade. And also he came into the season and changed his jumper and all kind of weird.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I think Mikal had a solid year. But there were times, and I really appreciate what he said, where he was like, people might think that I have an issue with the fans. But he was like, the things they were saying, he was like, the problems they have are the problems I have. He was like, I want what they want. So I really like that approach. But I think people killed him too much. But there were a couple times I killed him last year. One game in particular, and this happened too many times, but the one game I can remember, the Lakers game in LA. The game where Jalen got hurt at the end. Mikal Bridges took 6 shots that night. He had a couple times where he took 6 shots. And not only take 6 shots, he was 3 for 6. Meaning you shot 50%. You didn't even shoot enough to shoot poorly. That's what will bother me. You cannot take 6 shots, especially not if you hit 3. Now, if you're 0 for 6 and you're like, oh, I'm not feeling this tonight, whatever, I don't really agree with that. But you can't be 50% from the field shooting 6 shots. You need to shoot the ball. You need to put it up. So I think this year he'll be more aggressive and he'll put shots up. And like when we saw him be aggressive, he was, but I also feel like, I'm not, like I said, I'm not in practice. I don't know what the scheme is. I don't know what he felt, what led to him feeling like he couldn't take as many shots. So, I'm just looking forward to seeing him be really utilized properly this year.
So real quick, let's be fair and unbiased. Let's go through the first 10 games of the season. And you're going to tell me what is their record at the 10 games. Right?
Okay.
Home opener against the Cavaliers.
1-0.
Home against Boston.
2-0.
On the road at Miami.
3-0.
On the road at Milwaukee.
4-0.
On the road at Chicago.
5-0.
Home against Chicago.
6-0.
Home against Washington.
7-0.
Home against Minnesota.
I feel like we could win that one, but let's say, because I've gone 7-0, let's say 7-1.
Home against Brooklyn.
8-1.
And home against Memphis.
9-1. I don't believe we should lose more than 2 of those games.
Then you get home against Orlando and then home against Miami. So you're looking like what? At least 10-2, 10-1, something like that?
I'm looking at like 10-2 out the gate. I don't think we should lose more than 2 of those games. And once you get to 12 games, maybe 3. But those first 10, we shouldn't lose more than 2 of those.
Which leads to my next question. How important is it for this team to be the number 1 seed come playoff time?
I feel like that should be the case. However, like I said, Cleveland's a great regular season team. So they might go out there and mess around and win 60 games and be the number 1 seed. So it's not super important, but we shouldn't be like a 4 or 5 seed. Like
no.
To 2, like, whatever, fine. But yeah, we shouldn't really be any lower than 2 at any point this season.
I'm just saying that 1 seed will be nice because I get home court throughout the whole playoffs. I'm not starting on the road. Like,
keep it a stack though. I'm not gonna lie, and I want home court, of course.
Yeah,
I don't really care. Like in that regard, like I think that we're a really good road team, and I like that. Like even that Celtics series last year, I was like, I love the opportunity to go into Boston and take one, because once you go take one, especially if you take, I was saying before, I was like, if we go in there, we're gonna take at least one. And I was like, don't let us get game 1 because then we want to mess around and take game 2. And so once you go on the road and you take game 1 and you make that your series and you're coming home with at least a 1-1 series, you're in a great position. So as much as I want home court advantage with this team, especially, I think they do really well on the road. Like we went that Detroit series, we went 3-0 on the road. The Boston series, we won the first 2 games on the road. So I think that we're a good road playoff team. So I don't think that's something where it's like, we got to have 1 versus 2 because we want home court advantage. If we're 2 and Cleveland's 1 and we got the Eastern Conference Finals, I expect to win game 1 in Cleveland.
Okay. Now I'm just asking because we were a 4 seed, then we were a 2 seed, and it's like, or a 3 seed. I think if you get that, what I'm saying, like
I want it for sure. I agree with you. I want it.
If you're fantasy booking this, all right, if I get the 1 seed, if I go to the finals, and let's say I have a better record than the Mavs or the Thunder, I get home court game 1 finals in my shit. So that adds a lot.
It feels good.
Yeah, adds a lot. Like I know what happened with Indiana game 1. I'm just saying that's a fucking anomaly. But it's like you would want. Just look at Sean's face.
It's crazy because when the season ended, I kind of just stepped away from everything.
Yeah.
And so now with it coming back into it, it's like I can feel the old wound. Like, that game 1 hurt me a lot. Game 1 hurt me a lot. Game 2 hurt me a lot. We're moving on. We're not focusing on the past. Looking back.
How long did it take you to get over that?
I would never get over it. I just stopped thinking about it. So now that we're talking about the Knicks again, it comes back up. I will never, ever for the rest of my life get over that.
That's crazy, bro.
You don't get over it.
On the flip side,
I'm still over the Roy Hibbert block on Melo in 2013.
I'm not over that either.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not over that either.
Yeah, so I'm never going to get over it, unfortunately. I'm aware of that. But you know what? When we're at the parade this season, I'm going to be okay. But I'm still going to be like, damn, this could be back-to-back. That's why I know I'll never get over it.
So since Denny is not a Knicks fan, is he allowed to be in the parade? Like, would you let him rock out?
He with us. Denny with us.
No, man. He former Net fan though. Come on.
He with us though. You know, like every time I come on here, Denny never says anything crazy about the Knicks. You feel me? He's always
what? Yo,
when I'm here, Denny speaks highly of us when I'm here. I'm not
when you're not here. When you're not here. He said it last week. He said it verbatim on camera. Yo, I'm a Knicks hater. He said it verbatim.
Damn, Denny.
Randy, I gave you the floor, and now it's I have to do this. I'm sorry, Randy. I'm sorry. You have to understand. I keep it real, even with Shaun here, not here. I was the one, and you don't want to admit this. I was the one that was. I have to keep the reality there for you. I have to bring you back to what it actually should be versus what you think it's gonna be. Because some Knicks fans are just kind of crazy, loco out there. You know, so I have to bring you back to reality. I have to be the one to tell you, you're not getting LeBron, you're not getting KD, you're not getting Kyrie. I'm the one that told you that. I'm the one that looked you in the face and said, you're gonna have to get you second-tier players that are gonna develop into first-tier players, and you're gonna have to have James Dolan leave the Knicks alone. I told you that. Me 4 years ago, and look at you. Now you're strutting, you're walking up and down the street talking about the Knicks. You're tapping your mailman on the shoulder to be, hey, Knicks are coming. He's looking at you like, I don't give a F. Come on now. Now, I am a hater, but I hate when haters do. Yeah, and when you do things like, Mikal, shoot 3 times in a game, 6 times in a game, or Cat, when you got guys that are 6'4" guarding you and you don't go straight to the post, I'm going to keep it 1,000. And if you call that hate, I'm a hater.
I'm not going to lie. Self-proclaimed Knicks hater is a little bit crazy. But I, myself, something's a little bit wrong with me. So it's like, I want my haters to see my success. Like, it's why a lot of times I don't block people. People be hating them. I just mute them. I don't block them. You're going to see me.
There you go.
So, like, you know, I don't mind the haters being in the parade. Look at this. Look at what we did.
And then you know what? For you being a fan for so long, it becomes worth it because you've seen the downs, you've seen the dark times, you've seen all the stupid trades and free agency signings and draft blunders and coaching changes and this guy and this and that. And then when it's all said and done, it's like if that day comes where the Knicks win an NBA championship. When that day comes that the New York Knicks are NBA champions, we're all gonna sit back and be like, "Wow!"
Imagine paying Imagine paying for tickets and having you mentioned that long road into, you know, when you're going for a little bump, and then now you as a fan, and then now you see the promised land, you get actual team that could possibly bring you a championship. It's a different type of animal when you're spending money. Yeah, you're spending money and you seeing the
well, speaking of money, I asked you the same question I asked CP last week, Shaun. Knicks are in the finals. Let's say game 1. The bag, does it matter how much the ticket price is, or are you? I'm in there. It don't matter.
Living in New York, nothing is keeping me out of the Garden during the finals. Now, because I don't want it to be in you know, like I'm gonna spend all year working to make as many connections as possible to try to be in position to just get in there without having to drop 8,000. You know, but
oh wow,
I gotta get in there. The next get to the finals, I gotta be in the Garden, bro. It's only right.
But if the connects don't connect you, and
then I gotta drop it. I gotta make it happen. I can't have the Knicks get to the finals and I don't experience that. I got to be there.
Something's going to happen, Randy. Something's going to happen. So something's going to he's going to make something happen, or something's going to happen for him to be in the building to watch his Knicks win a championship. Something's going to happen. You know, I don't. It's not going to happen for me, Randy. You know, because 8,000, 10,000, baby boy, brother, man.
I mean, listen, if I ain't working, fire stick. You know what I'm saying? Bro, that's 8,000 for the man. I mean,
one game.
I don't know if that'll be the price, by the way. I don't know what I doubt it'd be actually 8,000. It would be
I mean, depending on where you are, depending on where you are, 8,000.
Oh, just to get in the building, being a 400, you might. I still think nothing less than a G.
A G.
I promise.
It's gonna be a stack at least.
It
It was
for nosebleeds
last year, so it's
Yeah.
like it's gonna be up there. It's gonna be up
At
there.
least a stack. Few more
Save the
things.
pennies, Randy.
Few more before I let Shaun go.
Save the pennies, Randy. Save your pennies.
Okay, I got you. As far as Knicks fans go, I know you've seen a lot of Knicks fans, whether they're independent influencers or actual big time celebrities. Like, who are your favorite Knicks fans out there? Whether they're celebrities or influencers and just social media people, who are you like? I know him or her is a diehard fan, and I love them for what they do.
I mean, easy answer, my guy Ben Stiller. You feel me? Our fearless leader. I love seeing how, like, the Knicks have made him active on social media. Like, that's like he only used it. Now he's dropped Stiller soda out in bodegas and on Amazon.
That's
Get
right.
Stiller soda. You feel me?
Mhm.
Tap into Severance. Emmy, highly Emmy nominated. Walked away with 8 Emmys. You feel me?
Yo, that show is so bugged out. It's crazy,
bro. Amazing show, fantastic show. And to do all those things, but to be like so locked in on the Knicks, like he'll be on set watching the game, like he's that guy. He represents us well all the time. So love Ben Stiller. Tracy Morgan, of course, guy there every single game. With his whip outside by the VIP entrance is super fire and it's great energy. Just all the time.
You gotta play defense out there.
I love it. And then outside of the celebrities, and then Timothy Chalamet, I respect a whole lot because there's pictures of him from like I love when you can like see the receipts for people. He was waiting outside trying to get autographs from Landry Fields. You're one of us. Like you're just like us.
Yeah.
You're us. You are us.
Damn, Landry Fields a throwback.
Landry Fields, you know? Like so, it's like you're
for a while.
Nobody can take that away from him. Like you're us.
No.
And then I got the homies. Breeze, Brill, Jay, Nicky. You feel me? My guys. Like I hate when I start naming my friends, and I feel like I got to name all my friends.
That's right.
Chief Ike is one of the smartest people that I've ever known. Like whenever he speaks about the Knicks, I feel smart when he agrees with me. Ev is hilarious and very well versed. CP is that guy, and paved the way. I feel like for this stuff that we do, like in terms of like me with the Knicks coverage, CP did this stuff, for the fans, by the fans. So shout out to CP. Nickinator, the OG, great guy. Ever get a chance to catch a game with Nickinator, you got to take it. He does his raffles and gives people that opportunity. It's a great experience. And then, Cedric Shine, he's a little nuts. But
Cedric.
I love Cedric. He's one of my favorite people and favorite Knicks fans. Shaun with a W. Always at the Garden. You feel me? Big money bags himself. Jeff Johnson is that guy.
Bleacher, yeah.
Jeff.
I don't even know if you can call Jeff a fan though. Like Jeff is really like part of the organization for real. I want to be like Jeff when I grow up. I tell him that all the time. So there's so many people that, who are just who make the community what it is. I think it's hard to I know I did name a bunch of people, but it's just tough to like name people because there's so many people who make it what it is. And I just think that the contributions that everybody, Rebecca Chasen and her dad, I think they're a staple of the fan base. Like they are amazing. The energy every time I see your dad, great guy, super excited. And he's been doing it for mad long. Greg Armstrong's been doing it for mad long, and his son Ron. Like there's so many people. Like I love being out there. I love being at the games, being at the bar after, getting to link up with everybody. And I'm looking forward to enjoying the season together. And I always say, like, my favorite thing about fanhood is like, with school, you graduate, you change schools, whatever. With jobs, you change jobs. With fanhood, we do this thing together forever. So to experience these memories of people to have, and like also with fanhood, I think what's so dope is like you can have somebody you met today, but you guys can have shared memories from 15 years ago. So it's like I can meet somebody tomorrow and we can be like, yo, remember when Melo hit those 2 shots against the Bulls? And like we're gonna have that same memory together. And so I'm looking forward to creating those memories and like, having this championship and being at the parade. Like I can't wait to see all these faces I just named at the parade. I think as Knicks fans, we come together as one, and we there's no fan base like us at all.
I mean, hold up. Daniel, Tracy Morgan literally spills his guts on the floor for Knicks fans.
He bleeds Knicks. He bleeds
Bro,
Knicks.
when that shit happened, I didn't even know it was him. And I said,
yeah, he bleeds and spills
like, wow.
guts for the Knicks, no doubt.
I think for me, I've been following you for a while. CP, Kaz, my boy Donahue. My boy Donahue has been at this since a very, very long time.
Literally since like 1998. He'll never let us forget it either. He's always
it probably even before that. 94, like he's like in it. My homeboy Edgar. It's a lot of people who I see that is in there and like they're doing the the positive things. You know what I'm saying? Like they're real Knicks fans. If you cut them open, if I cut you open, you bleed orange and blue. Like this is the life. Like when you go back to the spring and you see the Knicks in the semis and the conference finals and it's hot outside and it's in the spring outside, everybody's shutting down 7-5 after one victory, and that's the time frame you really got to like take a step back and just really appreciate it and enjoy it, because for some teams, that may not ever happen again. But now with the Knicks, you're looking like, all right, we got here, we didn't, we lost, but this is like the beginning of, and just seeing all these brand new fans, a lot of 20-year-olds, 15-year-olds, like, damn, like y'all don't know what happened in 94. You don't know 99. You don't know, whatever, Carmelo era, like everybody's brand new. And seeing you guys and the OGs like Tracy, Ben Stiller, Fat Joe, I see all the guys all the time. And it's like the day that they win a championship, bro, it's like everybody call out of work. I'm sick, can't come in tomorrow. Yeah, I know where you going. Everybody losing their jobs. They're shutting down 7-5. The parade gonna be crazy, and it just a surreal New York kind of feel to everything, where everything comes together. And seeing fans like yourself, not just you ain't just a fan. Like you create the content, and it's like, all right, now you have your own fan base, your own internal belief of like people who believe in you, what you say, and they look to you. And after a loss, you're on the show. After a win, you're on the show, and they yo, Shaun, what we doing, man? What's up? It's just that community, like that connection that keeps everybody aligned. Like that's like the real cool stuff
real,
that
man. It
people should know
literally,
about.
No exaggeration, changed my life. And like I don't, like I always try to express that and like my appreciation for it. Like it literally changed my life. My friends used to mute me for talking about the Knicks, and now there's people who want me to. And we can be on a West Coast trip, and the game can end at 1:30 in the morning, and there'll be people on post game with me at 2:00. Like, that's so nuts. So yeah, it's that passion. It's that sense of connection, and to be able to do, now this year I'll be in New York, thankfully, but it's just like, to be in Florida and to be able to have that kind of community, thanks to the internet and thanks to Knicks fans, it's just been amazing. And that's another reason why Knicks Twitter Day was just such a surreal thing for me, where it's like all these people are really coming out and like coming together. And so I intend to, keep providing opportunities for people to come together, and also, keep showing up at other opportunities for people to come together. And yes, also Anthony. I didn't name Anthony. Shout out to Anthony Donahue. Like literally, I remember his commercial on MSG. Like, made me feel like, I want to turn my fan a new career. And also Mill Media legend,
Millie. Yes,
young Millie.
So like I said, if I didn't name you, it's not personal. Like it just like I hate doing the name.
It's all business. The check and clear.
I would also like name myself, but I don't want to name myself. So
Randy, don't name yourself.
But once again, you're like in the same boat as Jeff. We're like, y'all not really like you're fans, but like you're part of the organization. Like, like y'all are like you're in it. Like,
you're certified.
We in it.
You're behind the curtain. You're behind the curtain. I'm trying to get like you. You're an inspiration.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Look, there you go.
2 more before I let you go, because I put CP in the hot seat last week, and we're gonna do the same thing for you.
Shout out to CP. I'm also CP stole my championship, man. Like that's another thing I'm never getting over. He stole
for Twitter Day?
Knicks Twitter Day championship. CP came and his team won the championship in double overtime. And so I love CP, but it's smoke all year, and we will be back next summer. But go ahead, my bad.
No, stay there. Before I get to my next 2, what's the outlook for Twitter Day 26? Like, I know you guys been having, you look back at 25, see what worked, what didn't work, how do you progress, how do you do whatever, but what's the early ether of the planning for 26?
So most important thing, there will be real referees. We'll have real referees. You feel me? Shout out to Kyle, shout out to Leah, shout out to Kenny. Also, people I should have named. But shout out to Kyle, shout out to Leah, shout out to Kenny for reffing. But we will have real referees this season or this time around. Also, there will be 12 teams. We had 8 teams this year, so there'll be like 4 teams to get a first round bye this year. We
so
just
12 teams. How many players per team?
So last year was 8 teams, 8 players. I believe this time around it'll be like 12 teams of 10 players.
Okay.
Whether people, the 9th and 10th person probably won't play very much, but that's for captains to handle. That's not really my problem. But just to have as many people involved as possible. Looking forward to it. So far, Jesus has the 9th team. Also, may change the name next year.
Really?
We'll see. But regardless, whatever will be happening, there will be a tournament. So I don't know what we'll necessarily call it. I don't know what day it is because that's up to Jalen Brunson. But there will be a tournament, and I will be winning it. And again, I told people last year, watch your head, watch your mouth when you're talking crazy, and watch your head because I
saw that dunk. I saw that dunk.
You might get banged on. You might be next. So watch your head.
And what kind of participation you want JB to have? Like you want to be like the giving out trophies, the awards, or you just want him there? Like what's you kind of involved?
I mean, he said he's going to be there. Like he literally gave his word on multiple occasions. So like he has to be there now. Like he has.
I agree.
And so Kaz and Christian Winfield did an excellent job being the commentators. They'll definitely be back doing that. I think having Jalen there. I don't know, doing like post game. Like I would like Jalen making commentary, like the way that people make commentary while he's playing. I would like commentary for Jalen, not the play by play like Kaz and Christian are doing, but maybe Jalen doing some post game interviews or something, or But or like a side thing where Jalen's having his own podcast, speaking on everybody else playing the way that we speak on him playing. Maybe Jalen's hosting the Twitter space. I don't know, but I just.
Oh, you want JB interviewing you? Like, yeah, what's up, man?
Yeah. I want whatever Jalen is willing to do as far as being included. This is JB's city. This is JB's franchise. So this is JB's world for real.
That's
so
right.
we gonna make it work.
That's the captain. All right, my last 2. Before I get you out of here. First of all, thank you for coming on.
That's your third time saying my last 2, but I love y'all.
As long as you know he said it. As long as you know he said it.
In the word of Denny Blanco, I'm going to land the plane real soon. Shout out to the 489 people who tapped in throughout the show. 490 now. Thank you. We appreciate it. Anybody watching on YouTube, thank you. We put CP in the hot seat last week for 2 questions. Same thing to you. It don't got to be in a certain order or by position. Your favorite 5 Knicks of all time. If you want to go by position, that's up to you, but you don't have to. Your favorite 5 Knicks of all time.
All right, so number 1, I'm gonna go Jalen Brunson because he changed my broke ass life.
It's a good start.
I was in the doldrums for much of my existence before Jalen Brunson arrived here, and now I'm a contender and finals favorite, and will be so for probably the next 5 years. So shout out to Jalen Brunson, shout out to Captain. He changed my life. Number 2, I'm gonna go with Carmelo Anthony, just because I will never forget the moment that Melo was traded. I remember the next morning sitting at the table before I went to school, 6:30 in the morning, eating a bowl of Lucky Charms while they kept playing the I'm Coming Home commercial. And it was really special to have you jab stepping from the high post when I was playing basketball for no reason and put the ball above my head and shit. Being able to watch Melo, and unfortunately the franchise did him a disservice. Donnie Walsh, Glenn Grunfeld, all those people were very irresponsible. Phil Jackson, very irresponsible people who ruined Melo's prime, wasted Melo's prime, and a lot of people hold Melo accountable for that because they don't know any better. But shout out to Melo. He really, I love Carmelo Anthony forever.
Yes, sir.
So happy for him in this Hall of Fame. It fully deserved. Very excited for Syracuse basketball this year. Shout out Kyan. Really excited to watch those games.
Yes, sir.
I would say that I'd go to them, but Syracuse sounds far.
Very, very far. Very far. Yeah.
But, when they, I'm sure they'll do something at the Garden. I'm out there.
Oh, they got to at least one game, right?
At least one game at the Garden.
At least one.
I got to be there.
Me too.
So Jalen, Melo. And I'm gonna go Pat, just because I was born in '94, So my earliest memories of the Knicks are, I was one of those weird kids. Like I was a nerd kid. So like I was like the average 3-year-old, 4-year-old, 5-year-old isn't really into basketball. I was very, very, very into what was going on. So, shout out to Pat for, being that person to carry the torch of the franchise for that period of time for my introduction. After that, I'm going to go.
So you got 3: Pat, Melo, and Brunson.
Jalen, Melo, Pat. I think number 4, I got to go RJ Barrett.
Really? Wow.
RJ Barrett is I've said RJ Barrett is the reason that I'm here right now, honestly. And not to say that it wouldn't have happened afterward, but when we won the lottery that season and we got the third, well, not won the lottery, we got the third pick in the lottery, and it was like it was gonna be Zion 1, Ja 2. This was the first time the Knicks were having like a blue chip prospect like in my life for real. Porzingis was the highest pick before that, and he was 4th, but like I didn't know Porzingis. I hated that pick when we made it. So just having somebody who I knew already who was like a blue chip prospect who was gonna be a Knick got me really invested, and I wanted to be closer to the team, and I wanted to cover the team. So that's how I started working with the Knicks wall, and I made my first trip to New York as an adult was going to RJ's home opener. I felt like I had to be at his first game at the Garden. And so that was really what got me into doing all this stuff. So I always have a special place in my heart for RJ for that.
Nice.
And honorary answer quick. Like I'm not going to make him the 5th person, but I also love Emmanuel quickly. And then number 5, I probably have to go. Damn,
tough one right here.
And I lost it. RJ, and then the other person.
Or from that era, or
no, I think it was going to be. Oh, damn, toss up.
Okay.
I'm gonna go 6. I'm gonna go with 6 people. Right. I'm sorry.
No, 5A, 5B.
5A and 5B is gonna be Latrell Sprewell. The Sprewell jersey was hanging up on the set that I had. I love Latrell Sprewell. I used to create my players in the original NBA 2K and make him Shaun Sprewell, and I would give him braids even though I had a brush cut. Like I wanted to be Latrell Sprewell when I was a kid, so I always have love for Latrell Sprewell. And then Stephon Marbury. I had a Stephon Marbury fat head on my wall. I love Stephon Marbury. Stephon Marbury is probably part of the reason that I was a point guard, even though I was having a growth spurt above all the other kids. I just still wanted to play point. I wanted to be like Stephon Marbury. Unfortunately, we didn't win anything during that time. We were terrible. But Stephon Marbury was just like the most talented player. Honestly, at that time, Stephon Marbury, he called himself the best point guard in the NBA. And at the time, Jason Kidd was going to back-to-back finals, so it's kind of tough to do that. But outside of Jason Kidd, Stephon Marbury was probably the best point guard in the NBA. He was very talented. And so to be able to see a guy that talented on my team, even though they weren't winning, unfortunately, it was really dope. And like seeing him be close to his team now and like the team embracing him and him being courtside, it literally warms my heart. Like when I look courtside and I see Stephon Marbury reacting and going crazy, it brings me so much joy because I'll never forgive Mike D'Antoni for what he did to him.
Great answers. I think CP had Melo, Pat, Clyde. Yeah, Pat, Melo, Clyde.
I feel like it's disingenuous for me to say Clyde.
Because you ain't seen him live.
Yeah, I was born in 1994, bro. Why am I saying Clyde? Like, I love Clyde, but like, come on.
I said Steve Novak.
Oh, God.
Discount double check.
I said Steve Novak, Amari Stoudemire. I said Melo.
I love Amari. I like Allen Houston.
Steph.
I don't want to say this.
Oh, boy.
Say it.
Oh, boy.
Say it.
Oh.
And I got to get better at this, especially like there's things I'm not supposed to say.
Say it. Say it.
I can't put Amari in my list. I can't.
Okay, that's fair. I mean, that's no problem.
I think that Amari is, and this is objectively speaking, I love Amari Stoudemire. I do. However, I think that Amari is highly responsible for some of the futility during the Carmelo Anthony years. And there's some things where there's injuries.
He was. And
you can't do anything about that. And then there's other things like punching fire extinguishers during the playoffs.
You can't get over that.
Yeah, like just certain like this. So Amari, I love Amari. He's not on my bad list. It's just the top 5 list. Like I know what you did when you were here, so it's tough. Now Tyson Chandler, he is not good on my block. I'm not gonna lie. Tyson Chandler is not good on my block. I will never forgive averaging 4 points and 4 rebounds a game in the series against the Pacers and letting Roy Hibbert turn him from Defensive Player of the Year to afraid of his shadow on Groundhog Day. It was a disgusting display, and he let Melo down. The only people who showed up for Melo in that series were Iman Shumpert and Chris Copeland. Everybody else that mellowed down. JR was a shell of himself after he elbowed Jason Terry in the head and got suspended. Everybody let mellow down.
JR ran to Cleveland, won a chip. Talking about New York was a lot of distractions.
Like, bro, you were distracting yourself. Like, people wanted to get in the fight. You were elbowing people. And I love JR.
Those are the facts. But those are the facts.
Like, I watched it. I saw it. So
those are the facts.
I want to clarify. CP's top 5 was Pat Ewing, Carmelo, Anthony Mason, John Starks, and Jalen Brunson.
Anthony Mason.
So I think the Clyde was like, if you ask the general people, top 5 Knicks Mount Rushmore all time, Clyde is going to be there. But for his was Pat, Melo, Mason, Starks, and Brunson. See, for me, I think I gotta put Pat in there because, listen, to be frank, I was not a Knicks fan during the Pat, Mason, Starks era, but I think he, aside from Clyde and Willis Reed, he was the best nigga of all time. So Pat will get in there. Melo, for me, will get in there. Brunson will be in there, and that's where it came down to like a Sprewell or like an Allen Houston in that conversation. Jamal Crawford, one of my favorite people on and off the court. Dope dude. I love Marbury. It just at least you got options of like, oh shit, these are the guys that make up the elk of the Knicks. And I didn't see Clyde. I didn't see Willis Reed. So I'm not gonna put them on my list because I didn't see them play. But those guys that I mentioned that I seen from day one, Pat, Melo, Brunson, Houston, Sprewell, and Jamal Crawford off the bench.
I like that.
That's the 5.
I like that. The Jamal Crawford move, the little behind the back and the back.
Oh boy,
changed my life. The behind the back step over,
crossover, woo, like this, and the layup. Come on,
yeah,
bro.
I'll never forget when he did it to Kirk Heinrich in Chicago. I went outside the next day for like 3 hours.
That's the first time I did it.
Over and over. I think that was the first time I did. I did it over. I think I was 9 years old. When I tell you I spent like 3 hours just committing that to memory. And so at one time I did it playing like I don't know, like maybe 4 years ago. I did it and I posted the clip and I tagged him and he quoted it with like a fist bump. And I was like, wow, that's so dope.
That's crazy.
Shout out Jamal Crawford, man.
Last one. And then we're done. I know Denny works tomorrow. If I ask general New Yorkers, I can't ask you because I know where your answer will be. So you don't count. Or Dennis. If I ask general New Yorkers, hypothetical, same day, I give you a ticket to a Knicks Game 7 at the Garden or Yankees home World Series Game 7. Which game are you going to?
Is the Knicks Game 7 the finals?
Game 7 finals, Game 7 finals, and Game 7 World Series. You can't answer. I know where you're going.
I'm going to, yeah, you know.
If I'm asking general New Yorkers, what do you think they'll say?
I think the general New Yorker, I think the Yankees might have more widespread love throughout New York just historically. But I also think that, like, the Yankees have 27 championships. You feel me?
True.
Like, you don't get a lot of opportunities to go to the game. So I think that the excitement and hype behind the Knicks doing something that they haven't done and having the opportunity, it's Game 7, so they have the opportunity to win a championship. I think that the average human being probably just doesn't want to miss something like that. So I would think that, you know, it's probably still leans Yankees, but it's probably like 60-40. It's probably kind of close.
Well, Denny, where would you go? Because you don't have a baseball team or a basketball team, but where you going? Yankee Stadium or the Garden for Game 7 finals or World Series?
Shaun, when you get to, obviously we're going to hang out soon. I'm sure.
Yes.
When you get to, when we hang out, you get to know that I love a party. I love music. I love to dance. I love the vibes. So I'm going to be in Madison Square Garden because that's where the party's going to be. That's where the music's going to be, and it's going to be jumping. There's nothing like being in a game, or just games. You're talking about a Game 7 final. Yeah. I mean, there's just nothing like being in a playoff atmosphere in general, and then you have it at the Garden. If you've never been at the Garden during the playoffs or even seen it on TV, it's
special. Surreal, special. And 7th Ave after a Game 7 finals win,
party.
Yo,
party.
it's gonna be one of those things that like you can't like nobody can put into words what the experience is like. You literally just have to be there for it. Truly, so yeah, I think, you gotta go with it. You gotta go.
And I'm not trying to gas it up. I know we got a whole bunch of games to play. People will see you Knicks fans are bugging out. I'm just saying hypothetically, if that happens, 7th Ave, bro, you're not walking anywhere, bro.
No
cars
bro, on the
I
street.
seen it after they beat the Pistons and in Boston and a game whatever against Indiana. Like, yo, this shit is crazy. The dude was hanging on the digital sign.
Don't have your car. Don't have your cars in the streets.
How the fuck he got up there?
You're gonna have your car damaged if you leave your car in the streets around Madison Square Garden. When they win a chip, they come out. Every playoff game, they're going to go crazy.
But you know what?
It's NYPD, so we ain't got to worry about that.
You know what? Sign me up. I'm there.
And
I'm taping everything. Photos. I need all that shit, bro. I'm going IG Live, all that shit.
Right now, I currently have 0 tattoos. I may be tattooing my logo at some point this year.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, the next tat is the Knicks championship. I'm definitely 100% getting a tattoo.
Like the trophy with the logo and shit?
Yes. And the year.
On that note, I know Denny Blanco got to go. He works tomorrow, but Denny, I think we're pretty much good, right? Nice show with Shaun. Almost 2 hours.
Shaun,
500 people chimed in at some point.
I want to thank you for just always being attentive to us, coming on and hanging out. We appreciate you. Hopefully, we make it a very comfortable and fun time when you're here. So thank you so much for coming on the pod. We really appreciate you, man.
Hey, man, I have a blast every time I'm here. I'm glad that we're doing this on a night where the Knicks aren't playing.
That's right.
Sometimes Randy be like, yo, so I'm like, yo, I'm doing post game.
He got his own shit.
If I'm not doing a show, I'm here. Anytime y'all need me. I love it here, man. So I'm always down.
So what, you do it after every game?
Yeah.
Every game.
Might be a little different this year. I'm still trying to figure out what's going to be happening this year. But last year I was doing it after every game. So I just literally could never do the show.
So I would say, yeah, to Denny's point, we definitely got to hang out sometime. You know, pick the spot, go in the city, we'll make it happen. But I would say, most importantly, whenever this Knicks Twitter day is, hopefully it sounds like summertime, but I'm hoping it's during the week that I can be there, because you know where I'll be at in the summertime. But if anything, if Dennis and I can help out, do some media for you, do whatever, sit down, interview, like whatever help you need. And if we can be there for you, just let us know. No weekends, please.
Bro, Randy, be for real.
Okay, if you do it on the weekend, it's got to be before Father's Day. But there might be the finals by that time.
We can't do Knicks Twitter Day on a Wednesday, Randy. Come on.
Friday, you can do Friday.
Even that's
won't
tough.
work.
Especially when you think about the fact that, like, because here's the thing, and the part, a lot of people don't, especially with Knicks Twitter, me personally, especially, like, I didn't live in New York, so it's like a lot of people don't live in New York. So you got to make it you got to accommodate people who would have to travel, you know? So it's like, it's tough. You can't just like, you know, like it's not easy. It's not as easy as like, oh, let me just catch a train for everybody. So it's like the weekend is the best time to do it. And then like the last year I ran into the Benji from Knicks Film School. Can't do Saturdays. So it's like, damn.
We can't get everybody.
It's like, oh, so now I got to try to see if I can make it Sunday. But like, then, you know, you're saying before Father's Day, but it's like, we plan to go to the finals. So it's like, how am I schedule something for, you know? It's like,
so what? You looking like July, August?
I think July is the perfect time, because it's like, I don't want to touch June, because that's basketball season
finals. Yeah.
You know, and then, you know, August, I almost feel like a little too late in the summer. So it just seems like it has to happen in July. Once again, Jalen Brunson will be choosing the date.
It makes sense.
I would imagine.
It makes sense.
If we know ahead of time, then I would say Dennis and I can be there. We want to help out, whatever it is, media stuff, whatever. If I know ahead of time, even I got hoops in the sun that day, I'll be, you know what? I committed to Shaun. We're going to rock out, and that's that.
That's love. Hey, as soon as I know the date, you will know the date. You probably going to know the date before me, because every time I see Jalen Brunson, it's through your camera lens. So you We won't get into that though.
On that note, Sir Denny Blanco on all social media platforms. I hate Shaun on all social media platforms. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Let's go Knicks and let's see how we do, man. One game at a time.
Year, man. It's gonna be a great year. I hit y'all up when I get it back up there.
Yes, sir. All right, man.
Knicks
Take it easy.
6. All right, love.
All
Knicks
right,
in
yes,
26.